Okay, hey, I just wanted to hop on real quick. I just learned something tonight in my class, speakers class. I learned tonight that hope and restoration are a thing. I learned that it can be done. I learned that whatever it is you are hoping for, that God will give the desires of hearts and He will bring about restoration in a manner that brings healing. And a lot of times, like around this type of year, people feel as though they are apart from people and like there's no connections. And a lot of people have, hey, Miss Kendra, how's it going? A lot of people are starting to lose hope, and a lot of people are waiting for restoration to come along in a lot of areas in their lives. Could be building relationships, could be families, could be restoring finances, restoring self, restoring a lot of other things, restoring health. But something I learned tonight is that when we have a desire in our heart that we really truly want God to fulfill and that God to complete, He will do that. But He will do that in such a way that we see His hand in the entire thing. I just heard a beautiful story of hope and restoration and what that looks like. And it's different for everyone on how God, hey Farrah, how's it going? On how God restores things. Like no one has the same story, but the theme is pretty much the same. God has everything to do with it all. We don't have anything to do with it. But what He also does is He gets us in a place to be able to receive that restoration and be able to receive that gift of hope. And so that way we know that, man, we do have to go through some things. I mean, He is going to pull some things out of us. He is going to get us to where He needs to be. He's going to get us to where we need to be. He's already where He needs to be. So so just to kind of tie this up, whatever things you are, hey Richard, how are you? Whatever things you are believing for, whatever things you are hoping for, whatever in your life needs to be restored, whatever in your life, hey Miss Lena, is it Lena or Lena? I don't want to butcher your name, excuse me.
It's Lena.
Lena, hopefully. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so as I was saying, whatever it is you are hoping for, whatever things in your life that maybe have, that you feel like maybe you're broken right now, that you're waiting for the pieces of that puzzle to come together, I'm going to tell you something. As it was shared tonight in my speakers class, which is available to all. Yes, I'm part of the speakers class. The speakers class, I'll tell you about in just a moment. But what I learned tonight is that doesn't matter if you're 30, doesn't matter if you're 60, doesn't matter if you're 80, doesn't matter if you're 10. If you have a desire in your heart that you are waiting for God to fill and God to bring about that in your life, He will bring it to pass. And as it was shared by my coach, another coach and mentor, if Abraham had to wait however many years he had to wait for his for God's promise to come through, it's not too late for you or me. It's not too late for us. And if Sarah can have children at 90, okay, or in her 90s, and if y'all are waiting for kids, it's not impossible, because with God, all things are possible, right? Okay, so just to kind of, so I just wanted to get on here tonight and let you know what I learned in my class. I learned that beautiful things happen. It's just like a beautiful story of hope and restoration coming together, putting together the pieces of the puzzle, and it's exactly like, it's just amazing. Hey Mike, how's it going? It is amazing to hear these stories, because it means that if it can happen for them, it can happen for us. And their stories help people heal as well. And it's just beautiful to see what God is doing in the midst and how He's bringing things together. And it's just awesome to see that. I could probably, I don't want to keep going because I could probably tear up, because it's just so beautiful. It's like when when things get ripped away from us, we have that longing deep inside of us for them to come back, right? But they don't always, and I shared this too, things don't always happen the way that we want them to, right? Well, they don't happen the way that we see them to happen. But God, when we have that desire, He will bring it in a way that gives Him the glory. Like there is no way that any of what was shared would have happened in my own, in these people's own strength. I mean, sure it could have, but the story behind it, like what happened behind the scenes, wouldn't have happened the way that it would have happened had they had forced it. You can't force things that God wants to do before it's time, for such a time as this. So that is what I learned tonight in my speakers class. And for those of you that are wondering, what on earth is this speakers class you were talking about? I'm glad you asked. It is a John Maxwell speakers class that meets once a week. I have been in it now for a little over a year, to be exact. Yeah, a little over a year. And it's amazing. Awesome relationships are built. It's where you learn skills on how to speak. And you learn skills on speaking and other things behind that, and you break things down. And it's just an awesome place to meet, and you build awesome, phenomenal relationships. And let me tell you, the coach has a servant's heart. You will want to connect with him, and you will want to message him or put in the comments more information, something, and he will get you the information as well. You'll see that because he's watching. And so you got to be a part. So we have to sharpen our skill sets, right? And thank you very much, Coach Mike. Appreciate you. You will want to connect with Mike. He is phenomenal as well. Servant's heart, and he meets selflessly and gives us his best, regardless of what's going on in his life. And man, just the amazing things that are happening. And so you meet with a group of people, and you become a family. You become a tight-knit family. And it's just amazing to see where God has brought each and every one of us over a year time span from where we were when we first met up in this group. It's just amazing to hear everything that's happening. So whatever is going on in your life, know that hope and restoration is near. Doesn't matter how old you are, God always answers the prayer and gives us the desires of our heart, and He can do more than we can think or imagine. So with that being said, I just wanted to get on here and encourage your socks off. And I pray you have an amazing rest of your night. I got to get going. I love you. And Mike, if you could please put the link to the Maxwell Speaker Club in the comments, that would be great, because more people need to join and be a part and come check it out. And not just check it out one time, but check it out and be involved. Show up. Show up every Wednesday. You'll love it. It's amazing. It's fun. You learn some amazing skills. Trust me. I don't talk the way I used to talk doing my videos, which is great, because I think about how I used to share my videos. Oh, whew. Thank God for skill sets. That's all I have to say. So I love you. Have an amazing rest of your evening, and I will come at you soon with another video. All right. Bye.